like the same size for their.
Stop. Look, I have rights. I'm not to be touched randomly on a podcast. This was just like kind of a Me Too moment that just happened. Do it again. It was hotter when you didn't have permission, to be honest.
You just mentioned that you don't have to do compound movements to continue to get bigger.
As much as it hurts my soul to say that scientifically, I have to say that's correct.
And that's great because, you know, a lot of people, for example, don't like to bench press. Right?
I'm sorry, what?
Some people don't like they'd rather
Mike, come back, please, Mike. Don't leave. He's like, I'm out.
But you know, it as far as like growing a chest, right? Would it be good for some individuals to do dumbbell benching and flies, etc., and just progress those movements over time to be able to achieve the same size for their chest or a big size for their chest?
Stop. Look, I have rights. I'm not to be touched randomly on a podcast. This was just like kind of a Me Too moment that just happened. Do it again. It was hotter when you didn't have permission, to be honest.
Because Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler, like swears by the bench press. He loves it.
I love the bench press.
Yeah.
To me, the bench press is one of the best chest exercises I've ever done. The thing is, for every single person, your anatomy is slightly different. You're built a little differently. Muscular insertions, muscle shape is different. Fiber type's different, blah, blah, all the way down the line. Also, technique will be a little different. Some people are like, I don't get anything out of the bench. You teach them how to arch and retract, and they're like, holy shit, my pecs. Like, you never knew how to bench press, sir. You just went to football camp, and they taught you how to bench. So, do you guys remember the towel bench from football? That's like when you don't
played soccer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Are you even American? Woo! I didn't play football either. Don't tell anyone. When I was in school in the South, one of the most like pertinent questions, the deep philosophical relevance that you could ask someone was, hey man, where'd you play your high school football at? Like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't play, and you never want to say it. You just make some shit up.
The accent was so good.
I just went straight to college, bro. It's like, wow.
My favorite thing is like old white dudes that see me. It's always on I haven't gone a week without missing it. Some old white guy's like, you should play on my football team, young man. I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't even play. It's just
hold up, pause. Okay, Nsima, I'm with you 99%. Listen, if they say that recently, can you imagine you on like a Pop Warner team? You're like, oh, sorry, I've never played football. Like, anyway, you see that white kid right there that weighs 57 pounds? Just run and pretend he's not there. Just go. He's going to Mr. Potato Head out of the way, and you'll be the fucking man.
God damn.
Yeah. What was the original question?
Bench, like,
yes.
You know.
Okay. So everyone's different, and you do a certain exercise. And it's going to give you some proxies of how stimulative it is. For example, do you feel the tension of the target muscle? Some people are like, I bench and I feel it in my shoulders, not my pecs. That's a fucking problem. So do you get a burn with higher reps? Or do you get profound tension with lower reps? Does that exercise, for the number of sets you have to do, it give you a good pump? You get on a machine press and you're like, I've done 10 sets and nothing's fucking happening in my body. You do a set of bench and you're like, holy fucking shit.
Hey, I know you're enjoying this episode, but listen up. We partner with Merrick Health. They're a telehealth network owned by Derek for more plates, more dates. But literally, the amazing thing about Merrick Health and getting your labs done with them is that when you get your labs done, you work with a client care coordinator that goes over your labs and gives you specific supplementation or nutrition protocols or potentially hormonal protocols for your levels. The problem with a lot of these other telehealth networks is that when they do these things, they give everybody the same exact things, which actually can hurt you long-term more than help you. Andrew, how can they get it?
Yes, that's over at merrickhealth.com. That's M-A-R-E-K health.com. And if you already know what labs you want to get, at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject10 to save 10% off all of those labs. If you don't know where to start, head over to merrickhealth.com/powerproject, and you guys will get directed straight to the Power Project panel that has 26 different labs that will cover everything you need. And at checkout, enter promo code PowerProject to save $101 off of that panel. Again, merrickhealth.com, links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
Is the muscle significantly weak afterwards? Is it perturbed? Does it get sore? If someone could do a set of bench and their like shoulders get sore and their elbows get sore, and you're like, pecs, they're like, nope, I got nothing. Someone else could do bench press and it lights up their pecs and everything else is great. So those proxies, and then those are on the top, that's stimulus. And then we do a little equation, we do a divide, and we do fatigue on the bottom, right? How much fatigue? How much is it beating up your joints? How much like psychological effort does it take you? So for example, if you can get on a machine press and just like calmly knock out sets of 10 and you get super fucking pumped and sore, getting a fucking arch and retraction and fucking nose torque and up, and you fucking do all that shit and you feel like totally drained. and they're like, how are your pecs? You're like, I don't know, I can't fucking tell. Then that's a lot of fatigue for not a whole lot of stimulus. So if you can maximize the stimulus, minimize the fatigue, some exercises for any one person will do that better than others. And usually we all have like a top 5 or 10 exercises that are in the running for that best stimulus to fatigue ratio.
Yeah.
They're not always going to be the same because you encounter staleness. I mean, you can bench for 6 months straight and someone's like, bench, and you're like, I'm fucking done benching for a while. My elbows are starting to feel weird. My pecs aren't responding anymore. You switch to dumbbells or machine and now it's fresh and now it feels good. So you rotate through that top 5 or 10 best SFR, stimulus to fatigue ratio exercises. And that's where you go for your really good training. Someone might rank the bench press 15 out of the running. They basically never do it. Someone might rank dumbbell press number 1 on average and everything in between. And as your body changes and you get more jacked, et cetera, that shifts and some lifts come up and some lifts come down. So if you can just relatively objectively and at least honestly tell yourself, okay, I know I love the bench press, but it's no longer working for me, at least for the time now, as well as, let's say, something else, dumbbell press. For a while, just do some dumbbell presses until maybe the bench press feels less stale. Try it again. See if you can alter your technique to feel it more. And if it goes, great. If not, you have tons of other exercises to choose from. I'm a huge, it's the opposite of fan. Hater, right? You have fans and haters. Enemy is too personal. I was going to use enemy, but that's a bit much. I'm a big hater on people who are always looking for the one optimal exercise. Yeah. It's like in jiu-jitsu looking for the one optimal sweep. Like, yeah, what if he gets wise to that, shuts your dumb ass down? What you going to do? You're like, I don't know anything else. Like, you're an idiot. You should have had the top 2 or 3, right? So I'm not a big fan of people being like, what's better, hack squat or leg press? Well, try both. See which one gives you more stimulus. Like if your quads are super pumped and your knees feel great on the leg press, but not the hack squat, you just got your answer. And then do leg pressing for a while until you maybe get tired of it. And then try hack squatting, but really try to use a good technique that maximizes stimulus, reduces the fatigue, and then go from there. And so you can have a few exercises in your rotation all the time that are your best heavy hitters. Use them. You don't necessarily have to say, well, it's all barbell compounds for me and it's all machines. It's always going to be a mix.
Power Project family, we appreciate you checking out this clip. Check out another one. Just go check out another one. Or comment down below and let us know what you liked about this one. But we love you guys and we're going to keep bringing you the heat. So comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, okay? Peace.